He texts you one day and ignores you the next. He makes plans and then cancels. He is warm in person and distant on the phone. He says things that sound like he cares and then does things that make you question everything he said. And you are sitting there trying to figure it out, analyzing every message, asking your friends what they think, searching for the explanation that makes all of it make sense. And someone always says the same thing. Maybe he is just scared. Maybe he has been hurt before. Maybe he needs more time. Maybe the signals are mixed because his feelings are complicated. I want to say something to you today that nobody around you is saying clearly enough. The signals are not mixed. You are just receiving a signal you do not want to accept. When a man genuinely wants you, not the idea of you, not the convenience of you, but actually wants you, you will not need a translator. You will not need to analyze. You will not need to ask your friends what he meant. Because a man who wants to be with you makes that clear. Not perfectly, not without nerves or imperfection, but clearly. And the absence of that clarity is itself the answer. The most common explanation women give for mixed signals is this: he is emotionally unavailable. He has walls up. He does not know how to express himself. He is afraid of getting hurt. And these things can be true. Men do carry emotional wounds. Men do struggle with vulnerability sometimes. That is real. But here is what that explanation is being used to do. It is being used to make his confusion your problem to solve. It is being used to turn his lack of clarity into a reason for you to wait longer, try harder, and be more patient with someone who has not given you a single clear reason to be patient. Emotional unavailability explains why a man may struggle with intimacy over time. It does not explain why a man cannot send a consistent text. It does not explain why he makes plans and cancels them. It does not explain why he is warm when he wants something and distant when he does not. Those things are not emotional unavailability. Those things are inconsistency. And inconsistency is a choice, even when it does not feel like one. A man who is scared but genuinely wants you will still show up imperfectly but consistently. He will still reach out even when it is uncomfortable. He will still make small efforts that tell you he is trying even if he does not have the words. Fear makes men awkward. It does not make them disappear and reappear on their own schedule with no accountability. Here is the truth about mixed signals that will change the way you read every relationship going forward. Mixed signals do not mean he is confused about you. They mean he is not confused at all. He just wants access to what you offer without the commitment that comes with choosing you fully. The warmth is real. The attraction is real. But the intention is not there. And without intention, all of that warmth is just enough to keep you available without being enough to build anything on. Think about it this way. When someone wants something clearly, a job, an opportunity, a person, they pursue it with a consistency that does not require the other side to keep wondering. You do not send a mixed signals job application. You show up. You follow through. You make it obvious that you want it. The man who wants you does the same thing. He might be nervous. He might not have the most polished words, but he shows up. He reaches out. He makes it known through his actions, through his consistency, through the simple fact that he does not leave you wondering where you stand. And the man who sends mixed signals is telling you exactly where you stand. You are an option he has not ruled out, not a choice he has made. Let me be specific, because sometimes what we are calling mixed signals are actually very clear signals that we are choosing to interpret generously. Here are 3 things that are not confusion, they are communication. The first one, he is consistent when he wants something and inconsistent when he does not. Pay attention to when the consistency appears. He texts back fast when he is interested in seeing you. He goes quiet for days after he gets what he came for. He is warm and present when things are going his way and distant and hard to reach when they are not. That is not mixed signals. That is a pattern. And the pattern is telling you exactly what drives his attention, his needs, not yours. A man who wants you is consistent because you matter to him, not because the moment is convenient for him. The second one, he tells you what you want to hear but does not follow through. He says the right things. He talks about the future. He says you are different from other women. He makes you feel seen in conversation and then invisible in action. The words are warm. The behavior is not. And when words and behavior do not match, the behavior is always the truth. Words are easy. Anyone can produce them. What a man actually does, where he actually shows up, what he actually follows through on, that is where his real feelings live. Stop listening to what he says and start watching what he does. The gap between those two things is your answer. The third one, you feel more confused after spending time with him than before. This one is the most telling. If you leave a conversation or a time together feeling more uncertain about where you stand than when you went in, that is not your anxiety creating a problem. That is the relationship creating a problem. Clarity is one of the simplest gifts someone who genuinely cares about you can give. Not grand declarations, not constant reassurance, just the basic, quiet consistency that means you never have to go home and try to figure out what just happened. If you are always trying to figure out what just happened, the signal is already clear. You are just not ready to receive it yet. Here is the shift I want you to make today. Stop trying to decode mixed signals and start making decisions based on what is actually in front of you. Not the potential, not what he said that one time, not the best version of him on his best day. What is actually, consistently in front of you right now. Because here is what decoding costs you. Every hour you spend trying to figure out what his behavior means is an hour you are not spending on yourself, on people who show up clearly, on a life that does not require you to constantly wonder if you matter. You are not a puzzle to be figured out. You should not be spending all your energy trying to figure out someone else. The right dynamic does not feel like a riddle. It feels like two people who both know what they want and are both moving toward it, together clearly, without one person always left guessing. When a man wants you, you will know, not because he is perfect, but because even in his imperfection the direction is clear. He is moving toward you, not sometimes, consistently. And if right now the direction is not clear, that is your answer. You do not need more time to decode it. You need the courage to accept what it is already saying. If this video just gave you the clarity you have been trying to find on your own, I want you to trust it. Not tomorrow, right now. You already know what the signals are saying. You just needed someone to say it out loud. If this gave you something real today, hit the like button right now. It tells me that this kind of honest, direct content is exactly what you need more of on this channel. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next one. Every week I come back with the truth about love, relationships, and human psychology that most people are too afraid to say. I want you here every single week. And drop a comment below. Tell me, have you ever stayed in a situation longer than you should have because you convinced yourself the signals were mixed? What made you finally see it clearly? I read every single comment. Say it here.